Moving and grooving to a new episode of Section 8.
Haters.
Haters.
What's going on, y'all? How are you all doing? We hope you're doing well. We are happy to see you. And who are we? Well,
Ooh,
we are none other than your latest and greatest, and hopefully your favoriteest wrestling podcast
I
in
know.
the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I am Bill, and you would think after a full year of doing this podcast that I would remember that we are. It's a mirrored image, but here we are, 1 year
No
anniversary, kids. Haters, we made it.
Here we are. We have been doing this for a year, y'all. And some of y'all have been with us the whole time. We appreciate y'all. This might be some of y'all's first time joining in, but here we are with the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. We're going to get you through 2026, just like we got you through 2025. How do we do that? Well, we do that by giving you our weekly recap of WWE wrestling. That's Monday Night Raw. But first, like we always do, I'm going to pass it over to my man, Billiam. He's going to give you the Friday Night SmackDown rundown. Let's go, Billiam.
SmackDown emanates from Portland, Oregon, and it is the first SmackDown after Elimination Chamber, so the show kicks off with a little recap.
Mhm.
But the show officially kicks off with the men's Elimination Chamber winner Randy Orton sauntering his sweet self down to the ring. Basically saying this will be his 21st WrestleMania, believe it or not, Kills.
I do
His
believe it.
21st. And
Tell
it
did he tell you how many of those he's main evented?
yeah, the very next thing. He is main evented. This will be his third. And let me tell you, can you remember those two main events?
Ooh. I remember one, 25, him and Trips. What's the other one?
I'm assuming he's referring to 24 because he was champion at the time. And it was the triple threat match, even though they weren't the last. But I don't know. I didn't do my deep research, but I was
Right.
just assuming the 24 and 25 since he was
Yeah, unless they're.
championship title for
Oh
both.
wait.
So
Oh wait.
tell me.
Who did he was it Trips he fought after he won his first Rumble? Because maybe that was his next main event. Who did he fight? Anyway,
Either way, it's his
either way,
third. It will
it's
be
just
his third main event and his 21st WrestleMania. And
right.
he even said it's like it doesn't matter how many times. Like you don't know if you're gonna make it to WrestleMania. You don't know if you're gonna make it to Monday Night Raw. So just every time you make it, just be thankful you made it, got that
Exactly.
opportunity to even be there. So
Yeah.
cheers to
Well said.
Randy Orton. He's looking for title number 15.
Woo!
But before he finishes his little saying with the three most deadly words in wrestling, before he can finish saying the O, Trick Willie's music hits, and it looks like that little turntable is going to be his thing now because he was standing on the turntable as his music was
Okay.
playing.
Good.
So that's great. He
That's
took that from
good.
Bobby Roode, and that's fine. Bobby Roode's probably like, "You can use it, buddy."
Glorious.
I will give in. Anyway, I wrote down Trick Williams turns up. Get it? It burns. Will's talking about those lemon pepper steppers of his. Randy Orton looks right down at him, and as he's talking about that, he just catches him with an RKO out of nowhere. Come on, it's Randy Orton.
That's
What he
Randy
does.
Orton out of nowhere. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So that's the end of that segment. Randy Orton is excited to be taking on whoever the champion will be, whether it be Cody Rhodes or Drew McIntyre. We'll find out in a few minutes.
See?
But the first match is the U.S. champion Carmelo Hayes defends his title in an open challenge versus Iho de Wagner, Dr. Wagner Jr.
Say now. Triple A in the house, y'all.
Yeah, there was a little segment beforehand where Carmelo and Nick Aldis were saying that it's open challenge. We open to anybody in the world. I was like, okay, so it's gonna be something Triple A. And here we
Nice.
go.
All
Dude,
right.
Wagner should not move the way he does. Dude,
Correct.
he's a big guy, and I mean, luchador, man. It's insane to see what he does. He's powerful. He loves power bombs. Oh, love the guy too. So I had a
Yeah.
lot of fun with this match.
Awesome.
Melo ended up hitting a first 48 from the top rope. Like Wagner Jr. came off the top rope, and Melo hit him with the first 48, which I thought was real solid.
Nice.
And then he hits nothing but net and to finish it up, and he is still, haters, our United States champion, Carmelo Hayes. Keep
Give
going,
this
man.
give this man a WrestleMania match. Dang it.
And afterwards, they both, because Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. is the Latin American champion, so they kind of gave each other their props, their flowers, kind of raised each other's hands after the match. So it was cool to show respect, but it was a great match.
Awesome. Good way to
Uh,
start.
Next up, we have Nick Aldis telling Damian Priest that he is going to be in the tag team turmoil match later on in the evening, and his partner will be R-Truth.
These two are finally a tag team. Their chemistry is really great. So this is fun. This will be fun.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that later on. Tag team turmoil is basically a gauntlet match with tag teams. So I was like, okay, cool. So that's
Cool.
two gauntlet matches in a week, which is pretty fun. So, or I guess in the span of 4 days because they have one on Raw later on, but we'll get to
Correct.
that later. So next up, we get a celebration for the Irresistible Forces winning their tag team championships. So night, yeah, the name's kind of not great on it, but their new song is kind of cool. It's catchy. Well, I mean,
Okay.
it fits them perfectly. And like I said, they were just popping bottles, popping champagne, and they said they're open and any and all challengers are welcome.
All right.
With that being said, we hear the Queen Charlotte's music hits, and her and Alexa Bliss make their way out, and they're like, okay, we'll be first. But before they can go on with that, Julia and Kiana James had something to say about that. So right
Uh-huh.
there, we get an impromptu number one contenders match between Alexa and Charlotte and
Uh-huh.
Julia and Kiana James.
All right. All
Yes,
right.
sir. It's a fun match. Alexa had a great hot tag moment. Usually it's Charlotte the other way around, where Alexa's kind of getting her little butt kicked, and then Charlotte makes the hot tag and looks strong. But actually, it was the tables were turned, which was nice to see for once.
Yeah.
So you
That's a
don't
good
see it too often. Charlotte's actually fun to watch when she's having fun, and you can tell she's having fun right now.
Yes.
She's having a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
She's like Randy Orton. I think I've said that before, where her
Yes.
and Randy Orton, where you can tell they're having fun and they're in it, and you can tell when they're not.
Yes.
Like last year when her and Tiffy were doing that thing and they're back and forth, not really feeling it,
Charlotte was already dealing with the hate that she
the
got from
personal
the Royal
stuff.
Rumble, and
Yeah,
then just that her personal life mixed with what was going on. Yeah, she was not in a great place. So,
yeah,
and Tiffany freaking smoked her on the like,
right.
smoked her hard, went personal. So yeah.
Yeah. Long story short, Charlotte ends up hitting natural selection, and the former champs are the new number one contenders.
Well, all right.
There we go.
There you go.
Next up, we see Cody and Sami Zayn. They get into it in the back again. Sammy is just feeling ultimately he's just jealous.
Yeah.
And Cody's like, you need to stop, get out of your own head, like you're your own enemy, blah blah blah. Sammy again, his MO has been chucking water bottles lately, so once again he throws a water bottle across the room. And yeah, we'll just see what happens with that. Sammy is just lost.
Karrion Cross was right. He was right.
Hashtag Karrion Cross was right. So the next match is indeed in fact, the tag team turmoil match that I talked about for the number one contenders for the tag team championships, the WWE tag team championships.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna run through this pretty quick. It
All right.
starts fast with the Motor City Machine Guns versus Fraxium.
Mhm.
So obviously it's very quick. Fraxium ends up eliminating Motor City Machine Guns,
Okay.
which brings out Los Garza. They enter
Oh,
and
right, okay. I remember
yeah,
that
yeah.
match.
They enter and Fraxium is eliminated, which brings out the Wyatts.
They let
So
us.
now it's Los Garza versus the Wyatts. They have a pretty good back and forth with each other. So the MFT get involved and they kind of take the Wyatts out and get like distracted.
Of
They get
course.
eliminated.
Of
They
course.
go fight off. They'll fight at WrestleMania, I'm sure.
They need to. It's
Yeah,
that, and that needs to be the end of this story.
please. So yeah, Wyatt's eliminated. So the last team to enter is the team we've been waiting on, Damian Priest and R-Truth. They come out. R-Truth hits the greatest hits of John Cena with the five knuckle shuffle, attitude adjustment.
Little Ron Cena coming out.
Little Ron Cena coming out. And your new number one contenders are Damian Priest and R-Truth.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Uh,
What's up? All
Yeah.
right. A little bald R truth coming out there, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rocking it hard. Get it,
Yeah.
truth.
Get it, truth.
Next up, Randy Orton runs into Sami Zayn, and he says, "Maybe you should start listening to the voices inside your head, Sammy."
Ha ha.
Coming from a former
Aaron
champion
Cross was
to
right.
Zayn, coming from a former champion to a not.
He
So
said that.
something like that.
Oh,
So I mean, it wasn't along those lines. I didn't write down exactly the quote, but it was something saying coming from like a former champion myself kind of thing. So,
right. I like how you said it. That was fire.
yeah, that's correct.
That was a fire. Dang. Poor Sammy.
Next up, it's the first face-to-face between the women's Elimination Chamber winner, Rhea Ripley, and the WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill. So basically, I realized that the Royal Rumble winners both went after Raw champions, and the Elimination Chamber was left up to SmackDown champions. I don't know, it's just something I caught.
This is
Uh, Pretty much that's it. They both said that they are that bitch. Rhea said, because Jade's like, I'm bigger and stronger, and Rhea's like, you are bigger and stronger, but I'm still that bitch. Because Jade had just said that too. That was basically all it was. So,
okay.
uh, look out for that. That's going to be a brawl at Mania. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be some fun.
next up, Candice LeRae. We see her talking to Johnny Gargano, and she finally gets through to him, it looks like. So he makes his
Oh,
way. Yeah, I know. He
oh,
he speaks. I don't think he's spoken in weeks, but he
I
speaks and he gets up and he's like, well, let's go to the ring. And Candace is like, all right. So he goes out to the ring. He's like, maybe it's time we see Johnny Wrestling get back into this. So come on, I challenge anybody. Let's go. Who answers that call? The ruler, Oba Femi. Oh, buddy. Yeah. Let's just say we know how it ends.
he put did he put him back and is he not speaking anymore? Or did he go
I
right?
mean, it was another squash match. It was a beautiful squash match, as they have been. So much fun. We just left. He left Johnny in the ring, and Candice just kind of shake her head, like, "Well, we'll see how that
Who?
goes."
Who?
Next up, Nick Aldis finally meets Danhausen,
Yes.
who introduces him to The Miz, being that one of Danhausen's demands is that he gets a mentor to help him win a WWE championship. He's like, "Well, here's The Miz," and Miz is like, "I don't want to meet him." Long story short, he says if Danhausen says if you don't help me mentor, then you will be cursed. And we all know what happened to Dom on Monday.
You sure did.
That's he said that to the Miz. So
Ah, there you go.
quotes, remember what happened to Dom on Monday.
Yes.
Danhausen, you're slowly turning me into a Fanhausen. Let's go.
You need to watch your Backhausen.
Yes, sir. Next week they go through a little rigmarole. What's going to happen? Jelly Roll is going to make an appearance.
Oh,
Uh, Him and Brandy are cool, so he's like, I'm congratulating Randy. I'm gonna be in town. Let's do it up next week. Next week, they've been teasing it for weeks. Jade Cargill will take on Michin in a non-title match because that's still a thing apparently.
yeah, right. That yeah, because every time Jade's back, Nishan's like, "What about me?" And
Right.
like, and BFAB is there, and
And they're still
Jade's
doing
like,
it.
"What about you?"
Yeah. And the Michin got hurt, so they stopped that, and now she's back, so they started it up again. So they really want those two to go at it. So we'll get a non-title match next week, as
Yep.
well as the contract signing between Randy Orton and the current WWE champion, whoever that may be. Which brings us to a great video package before our main event of the evening.
Woo! Let's go, baby! Yeah!
It is the long talked about rematch, which wasn't going to happen, between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Yes.
The only reason it happened, Nick Aldis said, he said, you went back on your word of leaving it alone, so I went back on mine. Enough. Fair. There it is, straight up.
Right. That's the yep.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if it was a no disqualification match. I didn't know if it catch that anywhere, but it seemed to be because they were spending a lot of time outside. At one point, Drew put Cody through a table. So I'm assuming it had to have been no DQ, but they never mentioned anything about it. I guess they were just being very lenient on the rules.
Sure.
Kind of odd. Anyway, one point they were going to do some move on the announce table and it just collapsed from underneath them, so they kind of had to improvise. That's where the other table came out. Drew McIntyre hit an awkward looking crossroads. Because apparently Cody Rhodes makes it look great, but that crossroads, if you go back and look at Drew McIntyre hit crossroads, it's very, I don't know, it's weird, but it hits it. Cody also hits the Claymore, so they hit each other's finishers. Charles Robinson gets taken out at one point.
Oh, see referee Charles Robinson.
Uh, Drew headbutted the second referee because the second referee came in and didn't count fast enough, and Drew just headbutted that one. So after that, he goes to grab a chair. Jacob Fatu grabs that chair from Drew. Cody Rhodes turns around, hits him with a super Cody cutter, and then hits him with the crossroads. And your winner and new WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. Now,
Whoa!
real quick,
Yes,
before it ends, I don't
yes,
have a problem with Cody Rhodes being champion. I
sure.
have a problem with Drew McIntyre not being champion.
Yes,
I understand he has other obligations. Apparently, he's going to film the new Highlander movie. Great, good for him. But
great.
give him a title run and let him run with it.
A real title run.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, I also didn't have a problem with Cody winning. I do find it funny that Randy's going to his 21st, but he's main eventing his second or third. Meanwhile, Cody will be main eventing his third in a
in a
row.
row.
So,
So yeah, this will be their. They've had just as many main events at this point
and
at WrestleMania.
Cody Rhodes is going into the main event at WrestleMania, not having won either the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber.
And that's been talked about too. So
The
we'll
legacy
see what
more
happens.
mad. Yeah,
It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a lot of
agreed.
fun
Agreed.
with these two going face to face. I hope Randy gets a little darker. There was a clip going around when that back at WrestleMania 25 when he was like I guess around that time when he just RKO'd Dusty Rhodes with Cody Rhodes in the ring and Cody didn't know what to do because he was like Randy was running the legacy at the time, so he's like I can't do anything, but he just RKO'd my dad. So it was a very cool clip.
Yeah.
But please, let's talk about Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw comes to us from Seattle,
Hmm
Seattle, Washington. Adam Pearce is in the ring. He wants to talk to Seth Rollins. He's like, "Hey, man, I know you're here. Let's go out and talk." And then, Billiam, well, you know how much I must have loved this next segment because
Ugh.
we not one, not two, not three, but we got about 20 masked men surrounding the ring. They
It
get
was
all
like an
in.
oil spill. Like black was just flying everywhere. Yeah, it
And
was a
they're
shell
running
game.
around. It reminded me of being in the Coliseum and watching the Cap Caper again.
Watching
It
that.
was
Where's the
Mhm.
ball? Where's the ball?
And then, they all clear out. And once again, it was like deja vu. I was watching with Chava, and Chava goes, if we know that it's Seth Rollins, if we know that Seth Rollins is the masked man, why is he wearing the mask? And he stands up, takes the mask off, big pop, and I go, that's why.
Hmm
Cheap pop, which is crazy because Seth doesn't need that. But that's
No,
okay.
but they do it
Uh,
anyway. It's a
Adam
habit.
Pierce, Adam Pierce is basically telling Seth Rollins, like, look, I get it. I get what you're doing, but hey, man, you're going to get hurt. What happens? You've been catching him, you've been lucky. What happens when the luck runs out and you get really hurt for real and you can't compete? I'm really looking out for you. Super Vision not trying to hear that. The Vision comes out and they're just like, oh, I'll tell you what's going to happen. Oh, because Adam Pierce goes, the worst case scenario is that you get hurt. So the Vision comes out and they basically say, we're the worst case scenario,
Yeah, those two. Okay.
right? So they walk up. Seth puts the mask on, and then we get follow the mask man, follow the mask man, follow the mask man. Who's Seth? Which one's Seth? Which one's Seth? They all just leave.
And it just ends. It's like,
LA Knight comes out, and then it's a 2-on-1 because he's still mad at the Vision. So the Vision are beating him up. Then the Usos comes out. Now it's a 3-on-2, and the Usos come out fired up. They're happy, and the Knight and the Usos hold them up. And you know what that means? That means it's time to eat. We going to eat. Now there was a real fun clip of LA Knight. He puts like a vest on, and he's like,
oh yeah, I saw
he
that.
doesn't eat, but he's just like,
He's just feeling it. He's just grooving along. It's like, all right. It's like, all right.
Justice for LA Knight. Justice for LA
Ugh.
Knight. I called it Team Slim Jim.
Yeah, because Jay's in Slim Jim too. Let's do
Yep,
it.
yep. Team
Yeah.
Slim Jim. So then Jackie Redmond's interviewing the Usos, and all of a sudden they went from yeeting and happy to all of a sudden they're really mad. They're
Real
really mad.
mad.
Hey, do you have something to say about CM Punk? And Jay's like, no, we ain't got nothing to say. And Jimmy's like, nah, actually we do. So we'll get back to that in a minute. Then this brings us to our first match, which was my most the most exciting part of the night. This was it. This was the gauntlet match. It's been so long. It's a gauntlet match for the women,
Mhm.
for the number one contender for the women's Intercontinental Championship match. So I'm gonna speed through this because this was a good like 20-30 minute chunk. It was
Yeah,
really
they got a couple commercial breaks in there, and
yeah,
yeah,
man. We started off with Lyra Valkyria versus Io Sky.
because she's allowed to do it again because Becky is no longer champion.
Correct.
Which I forgot about that until they mentioned
Right.
it. So
Yeah, I
great.
kept waiting for Becky to lose it so they could put Lyra back in the IC
Hmm.
picture. That's what was going to happen.
Good.
Lyra has a good showing, but it's Io Sky. Io Sky working her tail off. She beats Lyra Valkyria, which brings us to Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez. And it starts off pretty simple, but it's Raquel Rodriguez in the Judgment Day. So Liv tries to come out and interfere. Stephanie Vaquera's having none of that. So she comes out, they're fighting, they go to the back, boom, boom, boom. Raquel's left out there by her own. She doesn't pay attention. Io Sky takes advantage, beats Raquel. So Io's winning again, but Raquel doesn't like that. Raquel attacks Io because she's mad. Ivy Nile comes out, who's the next opponent. She takes
Mhm.
advantage of that, so she's able to get the pin on Io Sky because she had gotten attacked.
And she
So
looked great.
she does. Ivy Nile's awesome.
Show me more Ivy Nile
I
because
like Ivy
she's
Nile.
working real hard and
She is.
it's showing. So
Yes. And then we have the role model came out. It was so now we have Ivy Nile versus Bailey. Um, Ivy Nile does a really awesome suplex hold on Bailey. Just holds her up there for a good time.
she
Uh,
did. That was a
yeah,
great
it was
stalling
impressive.
suplex.
Impressive. Um, but Ivy Nile still got to wake up pretty early to get the role model. So the role model actually takes it. Uh, then we have Asuka. So it is Bailey versus Asuka.
Hmm.
Ooh, we have Bailey diving at Oscar right away. It's this real fun thing where Oscar and Kyrie are walking in. Kyrie's supposed to be looking. Kyrie looks at the camera. She's like, she's gonna win. As that's happening,
Bailey
Bailey,
comes from
boom,
behind
hits
her.
Oscar and Kyrie's just like, oh. That was really funny. Um, so yeah, Lyra. So Bailey ends up getting the win. Um, Kyrie tries to kind of help out, but it doesn't work out. Lyra comes into the ring. She's celebrating. So that means Bailey is your number one contender for the women's Intercontinental Championship match. We'll let you know when that match is happening in a bit. But
Hmm.
we have this real funny side of the coin because at one point you have Lyra and Bailey are celebrating in the ring. Oscar's yelling at Kyrie, and I'm like, no one's helping Kyrie.
Yeah. Poor Kyrie.
Poor Kyrie.
Kyrie!
Okay, then we have a nice little recap of Phil and Roman or CM Punk and Roman Reigns. It's gonna be a good match. We know CM
Hmm.
Punk's gonna be out later tonight, so they're still trying to get you hyped up. Then we come back from that. Natty is talking to Maxine. Maxine comes out, beats her up. That's it. It's still a thing. Natty and Maxine are a thing,
Yeah.
and yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's get to Danhausen.
Great.
Danhausen is talking to OG El Grande Americano, and Danhausen's like, "Oh yeah, I really like your mask. I think Danhausen needs to get one of those masks like that. In fact, I think I'll just take yours." And whoa, whoa, hey, whoa, whoa, listen, man, I need you to vominos. I don't know what that means. That means get out of here. Okay, you won't help Danhausen. You are cursed. So, what does that mean? That means original OG is just like, curse. What does that even mean? And then
Hmm.
behind him, you see Bravo and Ryo kind of sneaking up, which brings us to our next match, which is an Intercontinental Championship match. Penta comes out, uh, they've really upped his pyro in the ring.
Yep.
It's really good. Penta's a rock star. He has a belt now, so he's in a perfect place. He comes out and he opens up with a pretty cool promo, which
Hmm.
I always get worried when champions open a match with a promo because it's like, oh shit, are they about to lose?
And then they lose, right?
But This was a really great promo. He thanks the fans, he thanks his family, and most of all, I want to thank myself for never giving up. It's sad. Oh man, it's a great little open promo. It's really cool. It's really
Mhm.
cool. But we have it's supposed to be a match between the original LG, the original El Grande Americano, but new El Grande Americano comes out. Not new, but El Grande Americano comes
Mhm.
out. Um, and it's a good match. One of the best things I liked about this match is uh Penta wins and Penta beats him clean. There's
Mhm.
no interference. It's
No.
a straight up match and it's awesome between Penta and El Grande. You're a winner. And still, your Intercontinental Champion, Cero Mero, is Penta. Uh,
Pew-pew.
then we have a video package, Stephanie Fakir. It's a good video package.
Mhm.
I feel like for everybody that was like complained about the last one, she does give this one in Spanish. Got big old subtitles right there, so you can know
Yep.
exactly what she's
Yep.
saying. And yeah, she's up there talking a mess like, yeah, I know you have privilege, but you didn't do well enough with the privilege that you got. I for all these backwater, whatever places you said I had to wrestle, I elevated myself. You're surrounded by all these yes men and these other people that think they have to elevate you. By the way, your laugh is stupid. Also,
Yeah. Uh, little,
also,
little cat.
I'm gonna beat you and show you what a real champion is like. Yeah,
Which was
man.
cool because Liv went and posted something later on. It was a picture of her in the performance center wearing the shirt. She's like, "Here I am without all those people, or with those people standing behind me, blah blah blah, like not doing anything." And she's there like training. It's like, all right, it's gonna be good. It's
It
gonna be
is.
a great match. I can't. It's gonna be a fun lead up as well.
I think so.
Hmm.
Uh, the video package pans out, and then we see Judgment Day backstage. Liv is watching the video, and she's like, "Ah, can you believe her, Raquel?" Blah blah blah. Raquel not feeling that great because she's kind of seeing her trips to WrestleMania dwindle and dwindle and
Hmm.
dwindle. So you can see it on Raquel's face. She's just like, "Man, Dom comes back." Dom's like, "Hey y'all, have y'all seen Finn?" No, not really. No, no one's seen him. Okay, okay, great. You know what? Let's go out. I got something to say.
And
So
he
we
does.
get Susio one belt, Dom.
Yeah.
No longer dirty two belts. One belt, Dom, still your AAA champion. But he comes out. He wants to talk about Penta because he obviously wants his Intercontinental Championship back.
Mhm.
Uh, Raquel and Liv come on out with him. Uh, Dom wants to talk about Finn though because he's like, look, man, I needed some help. No, y'all wouldn't help me. I'm gonna need you to come out and explain yourself. JD McDonough does come out with Finn Balor. Finn Balor comes out, and basically Tom tells him, "Hey, you better be here to tell me you got me a rematch for my Intercontinental belt. That better be why you're out here." Finn's like, "Nah, that's not happening." But
Sorry.
let me tell you, I know you're upset. You lost your belt. I am sorry that you lost your belt, but understand, I was just doing that because I'm trying to help you. Believe it or not, everybody around you is doing things on their own, trying to get you to do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Makes sense.
Dom a little spoiled. He's not trying to hear that. And then Finn goes, "Well, you know what? Maybe your father's right. Maybe you are just a spoiled little prick," which
Yep.
they blocked out prick, but that's what was said. And finally, Billiam,
Here it
finally,
is.
finally, Judgment Day has broken up.
It's not what I was expecting. I was
Oh
expecting
no,
Dom to be kicked out, but
absolutely.
I'm very okay with this because I didn't really see it coming. So,
I'm also very okay with this. It's basically your classic faction turns on one man beatdown. Dom puts the hammer in his boot, does the 619 with the hammer in the boot. They stand over Finn, and it's so funny. Somebody put up a whole thing of like the evolution of Judgment Day.
mhm.
It was Finn, Rhea, Damien standing over Edge. Then it's the Judgment Day as we know now standing over Rhea and
And
Damien.
Damien.
And now it's that crew standing over Finn.
Yeah. They've also shown the one where Finn flipped on the guys in NXT and he did the same kind of fake out kick that he did to Dom this week where he
That
took
was
off his
really good.
jacket.
Yeah, Dom kind of mushes his face and his kind of backs to him. And it's just the boom Pele kick. Just
Yeah.
bow. That was
Takes off
yeah,
his jacket and just Pele kick
yeah.
out of nowhere. So yeah,
That
great.
was
I
cool,
love Finn.
man.
Let's go. Give me face Finn all day.
Then we come to my if the gauntlet match was my favorite time of the night, this would be my third favorite thing of the night.
Hmm.
Javon Evans is backstage, and Adam Pearce is giving them the night off. It's like, you know what? Take the week off. You're doing so well. You've been doing great. Go ahead and do your
Oh
thing.
yeah,
He's
this was good.
real. You mean it? It's awesome. Kofi Kingston and Grayson Waller come up. Grayson Waller trying to give him the business. And he's, whoa, 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 whoa. Can I talk to the dude for a minute? Can I talk? Thank you. And Kofi has a conversation with Javon Evans where he basically goes, look, man, I appreciate everything that you're doing. You remind me of a younger me. You're out there tearing it up. You're out there doing your thing. You know what I think you need around you? You just need the right team around you.
Mm.
He puts his hands up. So just let me know. You ever want to talk? You ever think about you need some? Just let me know. He doesn't
Oh,
shake his hand. So Kofi hits him with the, all right, he does it himself. He's all right. But Javon doesn't say no, but Javon's just like, so if they can find a way for Javon to get into New Day,
oh my
even for a
God.
little bit, even though it's like, oh, we don't know what to do with some of these bros, we'll just put the bros together. Hey, okay,
Right.
that's fine.
Because it worked.
Javon in New Day with
Mhm.
Xavier and Kofi would be
So good.
dope.
So good.
Yeah, I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Because that's how they got New Day in the first place. They didn't know what
Correct.
to do with the three black guys. They're like, let's put them together, see what happens. And they made them a gospel group, and that didn't work.
Magic,
They're like, do whatever you want to do.
magic happened.
Yeah,
If
time
it wasn't,
machines and pancakes and
sure,
bootios, and here we
if
are.
if it wasn't for New Day, and this is real, if it wasn't for the success that New Day became,
Mhm.
Kofi does not become champion.
No, not at all.
So there's some truth to what Kofi telling him. Sometimes the right team can propel you, man.
Absolutely.
So Bailey is excited. So basically what's gonna happen is that match for the Intercontinental belt is gonna happen next week on Raw. So it will be
Sure.
Bailey versus AJ Lee on Raw for the Intercontinental Championship. Okay. But Bailey is excited to face AJ Lee, and Lyra's with her, and she goes, "Hey, maybe after I beat AJ Lee, maybe I'm not, I'm down to do an open challenge, but maybe you and I run it back. Maybe I give you the first shot. We'll see what happens."
I
So
see it. I see a turn that goes into a WrestleMania triple threat, but we'll see. Because why have a title match so close to WrestleMania with somebody as big? I mean, I'm not saying Bailey's not big, but as high a caliber right now as AJ Lee. Why have her
yes,
do a title match this close to Mania?
don't know.
So
They
there's some
hopefully they have
shenanigans afoot.
All right. So, with that being said, it will be AJ Lee and Bailey next week for the Intercontinental title. We're also going to see OG El Grande Americano and El Grande Americano next week on Raw.
Mm.
Brock Lesnar will show up and Roman Reigns will be in the building. So, next week, Raw should be pretty exciting. But let's get to it would be my first favorite thing of the night, but I just love the gauntlet match, and the
Yep.
women's gauntlet match was great. But my second favorite part of the night is our main event of the evening. It is Rusev, Mack, Rusev, versus Oba, Oba, who? Oba. Let me just say it like this. I've never been happier I've never been happier to see Rusev destroyed in such a fashion. Now, it wasn't a squash match.
Mm-mm.
Rusev does get some hits in there. He
Hmm.
does show up. But let me tell you, boys and girls, let me tell you, Billiam, Billiam, you already know. Let me tell you, boys and girls, this Obafemi's the real deal.
Yeah.
He's the real deal. He's the
Yeah.
truth.
And when you
Okay?
run through somebody like
Okay?
Rusev, like he did, that's it's gonna be him and Brock, man. It's gotta be.
Let's touch on that real quick since we do have a little bit of time.
Please
Real
do.
quick.
Yes.
So, the latest scuttlebutt around the rumor mill is that a certain, and it's been co-signed by Paul Heyman, is that a certain Brock Lesnar feels like he shouldn't lose until he retires. So I feel like that puts WWE in a very interesting position because if you have Brock against Oba at WrestleMania and you have Brock beat Oba, it will just confirm what a lot of people have been saying, and it'll be real hard for Triple H to walk that back.
Let me
It'll
let
be
me
real
tell you
hard.
let me tell you how they get around that. They'll have the match and it'll be like a double count out or like a no contest or something where there won't be a winner or a loser, but we're still gonna get the same hard hitting match that we want.
I
That
said this. I said this to the young OG, Triple OG. If I'm Triple H, with everything else I have going on, with people telling me I can't book, with people telling me I don't know how to do my job, people calling me triple fraud, people saying I can't do this, you come to me a couple weeks before WrestleMania, you talking about I don't think I should lose. My thing would be like, fine, Brock. Guess what? Night one, you and Gargano, and it's a 30-second match. Now get off my set.
mhm.
If you want to be like that, fine. Your little retirement tour, I'm purposely gonna make it bad for you.
Yep.
Because if you don't want to lose, fine. Your wins will be horrible.
Hmm.
Your wins will be forgettable. I promise you.
Right.
Or
It'll be like,
you got 5 weeks for WrestleMania. The least you could do is play ball after we all brought you back, Brock. The least you could do is play ball. But that would be me.
we'll see what happens
We'll
in
see what happens. So, Obafemi is your winner, everybody. He beats Rusev. So, that brings us to CM Punk's out. CM Punk needs to address some comments he made. Said Roman has never respected me, uh, but I'm going to make him respect the position that I am as champ. Having the belt means you are the best, and
Mhm.
I level up. I level up not only this belt, but anyone who stands across from me, they get a level up too. The Usos come out. Jay is mad. Jay is hopping mad. You need to apologize. And Jimmy Uso cuts
So good.
a incredible,
Hmm.
incredible
I thought
promo
the same thing. I was like,
to
wow,
Jimmy where
this is Jimmy Uso, man.
it's great. It's like, look, man, like, I know who you are. I respect you. You know, I respect you, Phil. But I'll skip past a lot of it. Go watch it. But the main thing that stood out was like, you always talk about you're a voice for the voiceless, yet you want to go and talk about somebody who no longer has a voice. So
Hmm.
I'm going to apologize. And of course, because it's Phil, Phil's like, you know what? I
I do
am sorry.
apologize. Yeah.
I'm sorry that Roman's never apologized to y'all and has been treating y'all like little young boys this whole time. And hey, why should I have to apologize? Roman never apologized for all the crazy stuff that he said and for how he's treated y'all when I didn't. And he's giving his whole list. He's like, hey, everybody in y'all family has shown me respect, except for one manipulating, lying,
Yeah.
conniving SOB. Yeah. So after the whole young boys comment, Jay finally had it. He's not going to be an apology. He tries to mush it. Punk gets him back, and Jimmy hits Punk with a nice stiff one. Falls down. Jimmy's like, "No, we're not doing this tonight." And that's where it ends.
That's raw.
The Usos are backing out. Punk's in the ring. That's Raw, everybody.
Yeah.
That's Raw.
That was a great promo. Go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Jimmy hasn't done such great work in a while, so it was
And
good to see him.
I mean, he really like with Jay just being the super energy.
Hmm.
Jimmy brought it all the way
All the way
down.
down.
It's that I'm talking to you, bro. It
Yeah.
was really great. It was really great. But that's it, everybody. That's the weekly recap. But before we let y'all go, hey, Billiam,
Yes.
would you let the wonderful people know how they can help us out in our wonderful little corner of the internet here?
Absolutely. Haters, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button down below. Tell your friends that your favorite wrestling podcast will soon be their favorite wrestling podcast. Also, comment down below. Tell us who you want to see more or less of. Tell us what match you want to see at WrestleMania. What are you looking forward to? I mean, we hear about it every week from us, so we want to hear what you think. Also, if you want to hit us on, jeez, Instagram. You can find a section at Wrestling Pod, or if you want to listen to us, Spotify and Apple Music. Ooh, that was rough.
Woo! I have things to do. He has things to do. Y'all have things to do. We hope we made you laugh, smile, and think about some good wrestling. Thank you for stopping by our wonderful corner of the internet for the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I'm Billy.
Hey, we're going to see y'all on the next one.
Bye, y'all.